Returning now to our mystery, vanished in Virginia. College student Bethany Decker disappears and police uncover she's been in the middle of a love triangle. And they say the new guy has a not-so-loving past. Michelle Sagona is back with details.
Bethany Decker was a vibrant, successful student, adored by family and her best friends from high school.
One of the things I was attracted to her was her sense of humor. She was always laughing about everything. She was always a very loving person, very intelligent, and she was very driven, go-getter.
But everyone in Bethany's circle was utterly shocked and terrified when the hard-working college student vanished without a trace from her Virginia apartment 4 years ago.
I'm sorry, I didn't think I was gonna do this.
Bethany and Emil Decker's marriage had been rocky, and immediately after her disappearance, police honed in on Emil.
Bethany Decker's husband was polygraphed.
Emil categorically denied having anything to do with her disappearance and cooperated fully with investigators.
We polygraph family members, people that she associated with, anybody that might have been in contact with her on the last day she was seen.
And it's just as important to rule people out as it is to get persons of interest.
When he passed the polygraph test and offered a strong alibi, who confirmed his whereabouts in the hours Bethany went missing, detectives soon turned to another name.
And the last person to admit to seeing her was Ronald Roldan.
He admitted that?
Yes.
With her marriage in trouble and her husband away, the 22-year-old Bethany found herself in a complex relationship with another man named Ronald Roldan. She was 3 months pregnant, and it wasn't clear whose baby she was carrying given her recent marital problems.
He was gone. She met Ronald, I think it was a very vulnerable time. She did not plan on being in a relationship with Ronald nor staying in a relationship with him. Things turned bad pretty much from the beginning.
Kim says when she first met him, Roldan seemed charming, but Bethany's friends and family learned he had quickly turned possessive, even dangerous.
He was very abusive. It was unbelievable how Bethany would be involved in something like that and so traumatic.
She had to constantly be checking in or sending pictures from where she was. He was very controlling and abusive, not only physically but emotionally. And so it was a very bad situation that she was in.
No one had had contact with her.
And detectives discovered more. Bethany was desperately trying to safely get away from Roldan. The attempt had been a frightening ordeal.
She had told us that they weren't really together, but he refused to leave. But then he wouldn't let her leave either.
Bethany had confided in her mother all the troubled details of the now violent affair.
She had said that there was a time where he had thrown her across the room and against a wall. He had threatened her with car keys, that he would cut her open. You know, when we said, just walk away from whatever it is, just walk away. And she's like, no, he'll never let it go. He'll find me.
On the day Bethany vanished, Roldan was admittedly the last person to see her.
We believe she was in her apartment in Ashburn, and because she had made a commitment to work that evening. So the people at her job did speak to her, and they verified that.
Unfortunately, Bethany didn't make her shift.
Ronald initially had cooperated with police to tell them that he had seen her that day in the afternoon before she was supposed to have gone to work, and she never showed up.
In the weeks following Bethany's disappearance, police went looking for Roldan and found him living at his mother's home.
He did initially cooperate to some degree.
At a certain point, he cut them off. He stopped cooperating.
As police looked into Roldan's life, they found an angry biography loaded with chapters of aggression.
Ronald, what do you know about him?
He does have a little bit of a pattern of abusing his girlfriends. There's more than one that has been assaulted by him. Very bad control freak with some of his female companions.
But with no physical evidence, no body, no clues as to Bethany's whereabouts, police were at a loss.
Ronald Roldan is certainly a person of interest in this investigation.
But there was no way for police to connect the dots and make an arrest. Within months, Ronald Roldan left town. The case went ice cold.
What kind of void has been left in your lives?
When Kai was like, "Where's mommy?" to have to tell him that I don't know where his mom is very heartbreaking. And heartbreaking as a mom, not knowing where my daughter is.
Kim held out hope she would one day see her daughter again. Then, in a shocking twist, information about Ronald Roldan posted on Facebook sent chills to Kim's very core.
What did it say?
It said that there had been an altercation and that Ronald had shot Vicky, and that
His girlfriend,
and that she was in the hospital in critical condition.
Up next, a vicious attack on a woman hundreds of miles away in North Carolina.
After he shot me, I laid down for a moment. I stayed where I was because I thought I was going to die.
Can this surviving victim hold any clues to solving the mystery of Bethany's disappearance?